Hello everyone, this is Luigi and welcome to Let's Play Bastion. I have not done videos in a very long time, and not really by myself either.
Proper
so
story is supposed to start at the
awkward.
beginning. Ain't so simple with
this
this
is
one.
a fantastic game.
Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted,
Figure
leaving him stranded on a rock in the
indie.
sky.
That doesn't really mean
He gets up,
it's
sets off for the Bastion,
unknown anymore.
where everyone agreed to go
Yeah,
in
I
case of
have a
trouble.
little bit of competition here, and my voice not quite that charismatic and gravelly. Oh, well.
Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
Gives me a little break. It's probably good to sort
Finds
of
his
return from
lifelong
hiatus
friend
with.
just lying in the road.
I
Well,
actually
it's a touching reunion.
just got new recording set up, so I'm not totally sure if the audio levels are gonna work right. After this first recording session,
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
yeah, this has a really good plot, so I feel bad talking over it. But yeah, if there's any horrible audio
survivor.
problems,
No
they will
ma'am.
be fixed.
It's a gas
soon.
fella. Forced out from underground. Kid pops him good.
Let's see.
Fella got a piece of him though.
This is actually like a fantastically polished game. It really doesn't need me to explain anything. Anything I could really say would probably just ruin the story, because
Kid just rages for a while.
it's good. Basically the gimmick, the narrative gimmick of this game is that there's a narrator who's commenting on you, whatever you're doing throughout basically the entire game. But instead of having really dull pre-made comments, the game's relatively small in
An
size,
old
I guess. It's
repeater
not
falls
open
out of the
world,
sky.
but
Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
they
Gotta hold her
recorded
still.
unique
Spin
dialogue
up the
for
chamber.
basically every possible thing you could do in the game, which is pretty cool. Yeah, really, I think a lot of my fan base and probably people in general, this actually did really well, especially after it was popularized on the Steam Winter Sale, will know about this game.
Kid's worked
And
up
if
quite
you
a
do,
thirst by
hopefully
now,
you should
so that
know
fountain
you
looks
can
real
play it
inviting.
Different enough
Sometimes
ways.
you just need a drink.
Okay, it is a little awkward trying to compete with the narrator here. But yeah, hopefully anyone who's played this game knows you can play it in a multitude of
A
ways.
school of squirts
enough that
tumbles
it
up around him. Must
will
have
hopefully
fled
be
here from the
relatively interesting
mines.
to hear my thoughts on it and see my gameplay style. Here, spoilers, probably mediocre compared to the internet, because the internet's full of tough guys who are really good at video
He sets
games.
foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondé, the bartender. The calamity got him for his drink.
Yeah, this is going to be a destroying everything run. It's a little bit of a challenge to make the game work. No. But if you haven't played this game before, I think you're probably
Then Kid
into a
finds
treat.
his trusty
If you're
shield.
a long-time subscriber of this channel, it's fairly decent chance that...
Rondé always wanted his ashes scattered here.
Yeah, so I guess the game really does demonstrate everything clear, but that was a human-shaped thing made out of rock, which has significance, but it'll be more clear later.
But just as he's getting a handle on it,
So now you have
the
the
security
shield.
takes him for a petty thief.
And auto turrets, come on. Not terribly exciting,
Shield
but then
safe
again,
aside.
intro level and weird hiatus. So monsters come in these crates for plot reasons I'm not totally sure of.
Windbags start
And if
turning
you
up for
break
last
the crates,
call.
they won't finish spawning. So try to do that, I guess. Yeah, okay. If you just have no idea what you're doing,
More
and
squirts start coming out
either
of the woodwork.
are subscribed to me and know the kinds of games I play. I think this
Big old
game is
fella pops out
fantastic.
in front of the kid.
Pretty easily Game of the Year 2011. Only other real contender,
Then
in my
windbags
opinion,
are playing for
was
keeps.
Portal 2, maybe Skyrim, but I haven't played that really.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
This is like the first game I've just really enjoyed and have fun playing since like
He gets a good look at things on his way
insert
down.
dumb nostalgic N64 game here.
He lands on top of
It's
the
really
breaker's
just like
bow.
fresh
and it ain't
and I like everything about it. probably should
Kid
just...
Spy's a good perch for some target practice.
It's gonna take a while to get used to that.
He should draw the string all the way back.
Yep. So if you aren't paying attention to the heads-up display, which I don't blame you, I was a little confused by that the first time I was looking at it. The bow down here did replace the pistol thing I had and used like twice.
Once the fastest man
this game you can pick 2 weapons for main fire and alt
Good
fire.
news is the emergency defenses still work.
There's a decent half and half
Bad
amount
news is
of
the aiming for
melee
the kid.
weapons and ranged weapons, but all that'll be more obvious in time. Most of the ranged weapons, and like I can't recall off the top of my head if it's specifically a ranged thing or what, have a certain time that you can use them and get a power shot, you'll flash like that, and for instance on the bow it's right when you draw the string back all the way. Okay, yeah, the pistols don't have power shots. Anything that charges up to launch gets power shots based on
Picks up a few
timing.
pointers from a dusty old tome.
Alright, just now got a special move. It's the third little thing on the heads-up display down there. And you use these black potions. I don't know if the game made it super obvious. Blue ones heal you, and you can press F at any time to drink one and not die. And now these black ones will let you
He's
do
a mighty fast
whirlwind.
learner.
Now, as a longtime fan of Warcraft 3, Whirlwind is, wait, I can't even remember if Whirlwind was in Warcraft 3 or Diablo
You find
2
the
first.
distillery
Oh, well.
right next to the arsenal.
It wasn't really
Tough part of
insightful.
town. One sip of the spirits in that
Commenting.
distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
After this first level, the narrator becomes a little less informative, a little more plot-based, and he'll talk slightly less because there will be more combat, so if this is a little awkward at first... Let's see, these are a bunch of different liquors you can get. You start off with these 3. I can't remember if you find any in levels, but you can buy them and get more when you level up and
The
stuff.
arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Alright, I basically ignored this as soon as I got the bow in my first run through the game, so I'm gonna use the Fang Repeater just for the sake of variety, I guess. All the weapons are pretty good in their own way. I think later on in the game they become a little more powerful, but you can upgrade all of them and they all
Some
are
of them
very
squirts
usable
birthing like crazy
basically at any
in a
point in the
couple of
game.
corn bins.
Very well balanced. So these little squirts are being shooted out of what is definitely a popcorn machine. Not sure what the plot reason for that is, but I think it's pretty funny. I don't know. Okay, I feel like I was on some tangent there. Distillery, yeah, you get potions and they give you a variety of special powers. Makes gameplay a little more customizable and unique. I think it's a pretty good system.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way.
And
The Bastion's real close now.
the other thing was just switch out your weapons and special. Pretty straightforward. Okay, yeah. After things get going, I'll probably have more to say about the levels and the story and stuff. Maybe I just won't have to talk very much for this because the game does a really good job of warning me. That might be kinda convenient. Oh, I didn't show it, but when you select the game, you can either start it in I can't remember what they call it. It's basically hardcore casual mode. And casual mode basically gives you infinite lives, but I didn't know very much about this game when I first played it, and I thought since the way they worded it was you get more than one chance to die, I thought maybe it was one of those weird artsy indie games where if you died you had to start the whole game over. Then after I got to like 2 or 3 hours into the game and finally lost my 1 life in a level for the first time and died again, I was a little worried, but
Kid
no,
takes a chunk of
you
alloy.
can't really
Smell
permanently
of barley
lose
and spoiled
data
blueberries
in this
fills the
game.
air. Scumbags.
So scumbags
Kid
are the
maybe
third enemy
shouldn't
type
have
we've
done
seen
what he
so
just
far.
did.
I think these 3 will be the most of the enemies we see in this early part of the game. scumbags, if you can't tell, start off big and get little the more you hit them. And they're also shooting acid that slows you down. Easy enough to take care of, but they are probably the most mini-boss.
Loves a scumbag.
Well, yeah, and I just totally ignore, these are not gas fellas, I think they're called. Yeah, I feel like that. I apologize, I don't remember the names of everything of this.
Kid puts him out of his
I
misery.
played through this like the first night I got it when it went on sale, and then I haven't played it too much since. Started a second file, but didn't get very far with it, and this is my third playthrough, so I'm not going to be like super great at finding all the secrets. If it's your thing to complain about incomplete run-throughs in the comments, I should be providing you plenty of material to work with, but for the time being, everything's pretty linear. Now, this is the fun part. Oh, well. Yeah, I want all these golds. But yeah, here's the fun part.
He finds the core to the Wharf District.
Sorry, just yet.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
I like the pacing in this game, how you don't get the backstory for the MacGuffins immediately, but then
Kid has a feeling
they do have a plot reason. It's just
the
not
place
like
is starting to fall.
all made super obvious. Requires a little bit of memory, some creative
Kid just
thinking,
keeps running.
etc. So I like to roll a lot because it's faster than walking, and you can roll off this area, and it will not affect the plot at all because basically where you're trying to go is
At
down.
last, the skyway's in sight.
But the achievement you get
Whisks
for
him where
they
he
added
needs to
for
go.
Winter Sale is to use that little pad, and I was confused.
Now the kid sees something stranger still.
Because like
His mind
2 or
races.
3 hours in, I didn't have that achievement, and I was like, I thought I've already been there, and
Did
I can't
anybody
go
else
back.
survive?
And I forgot that
Sure
I fell
enough,
off.
he finds another. He
Not super
finds me.
Anyway, first big plot twist. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know.
We talk for a spell.
And yeah, like, you don't have to talk about any of this if you're just interested in the beat-em-up, smack with hammer action. Feel free to ignore all these, but I guess for the sake of completion, I'll
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
do that. Anyway, yeah, that's a plot reason for why you're able to go to different levels.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
So yeah, you can ask about the core immediately, but all you're given is that it's a MacGuffin that does
And
this.
just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.